initially sent out and published. You notice 2 additional items were added, both through staff error and just in an effort to keep things, a project moving along. I need to revise this even further. That BAR 2527 gather sign is actually old business, so I want to move that to the very top of old business. But other than that, no other changes.
Okay, that's good. We'll do that.
Thank you.
Has everyone reviewed the minutes from last month's meeting?
Yes.
Any changes? Yeah, I have one.
Okay.
I have one change. It's on page 7. Under 4.6. Motion was made by Billy Zion, for the second by Billy Zion.
I can't do that.
Okay. We'll go back to the record and.
Amanda says she thinks she was the one that
Okay, thank
seconded
you.
it. Okay.
So Amanda seconded it?
Yes.
Thank you.
Any other changes? All those in favor of, do we have a motion to approve the minutes with that minor change? Motion from Mary Lou, second from Billy. Any further discussion? All those in favor of approving the minutes?
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes are approved with that one minor change.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And with the chair's permission, moving on to old business, BAR 25-7. Don't look at the screen. I'm going to get you dizzy. Okay. So BAR 25-7, which is 1511 North Main Street. This is the gather sign. So what you see on front of you running through the middle of the page is Main Street, here following my cursor. McDuffie and Murray on each side of it. You can see the old courthouse, historic courthouse, and new courthouse down here, and Wren Park right here, railroad. Everybody know where we are kind of generally? Yes. So this, like I like to do, is like to show you the relationship physically to what's going on your agenda. We're going to be looking at this screen again tonight, but right now we're going to be looking at this building right here. It's across from Magnetic South, okay? The other one that we're going to be looking at is further downtown at this square, but again, right now we're looking at this building right here across from Magnetic South. So the item was on the June agenda, and the BAR voted to table the review to allow more time for a sign design to be submitted in character with the other signs on the building, and we'll look at that in a minute. The applicant has revised the wall sign to better coordinate with the other signs, and staff is recommending approval. So this is the unit where that's going to be located. This is actually an old photo, but that's where the sign would be located. You can see here, this is pulling back to get a whole view of that shopping center building. There is a sign here that we'll look at, but that location is right there. So the sign to the left of the sign is Surf Goat. The sign in question is Surf Goat. And you'll notice that it's called channel letters. They're all individual, set inside that square. And the signs to the right are Clever People. So again, Surf Goat and Clever People have been approved under the new sign ordinance. This sign is what's called a cabinet sign, and it has been removed because the person moved out, the business moved out. This is a cabinet sign. It's grandfathered in. It's been up there for years. So if they change it, they'll have to comply with the new sign ordinance. So this is what they're proposing. It's not a cabinet sign because you can see it's not a rectangle. It's what we're calling cloud letters. So they're all kind of grouped together and then clouded in. And then I would point out the 3-inch depth on that sign, which is going to, if you pick up the depth on the Clever People sign, it's easier to do it on Clever People, but there's also that offset on Surf Goat. So that's kind of the direction that the new sign ordinance has us going, and that's why this better complies with the sign ordinance and with the other signs on the building. So staff recommends approval as submitted. The proposed sign complies with the minimum requirements of the sign ordinance and the design guide.
Questions or comments?
I think it looks good. I think it's an improvement from the last thing that was submitted for sure. And it matches the other signs that are there.
I do have a question.
Yes, sir.
Okay, the black background with the white letters on it, is a black background 3 inches thick and the white letters right on that? And there's,
No, it's my understanding that the black is on the same plane as the white. And then the whole thing is off 3 inches. I
okay.
don't believe the applicant is here today.
Okay.
But that's staff's understanding of, based on this drawing.
Mhm. Any other comments or questions? Do we have a motion?
I make a motion.
Motion from Gia to approve. Second.
I'll second.
Second from Billy. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried unanimously.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Board. Moving right along with old business, BAR 2533. This is 1905 Club Drive. It's for a shed. The applicant is seeking approval of a shed. This application was tabled at the August BAR meeting with the request for the following additional information. In your packet, that information, the response to that information was provided in red, so you can see that outlined, but I'll go through those real quick. The first question you all had was, will the building be on a foundation? Is the building elevated? The response was the building will be elevated only enough to level the floor. No foundation is planned. Siding will extend to the ground. Your second question was, is the door solid? I think there was some concern that that might have been a glass in those doors. And the response was the door will be solid, wood framed. There is no glass in the door. Okay? The third question was, please provide specifications for the window. And the response was the window will be 2 foot wide, 3 foot tall slider. So it's it can open and shut. And the fourth one was, please provide the vertical height of the building. The response was the elevation to the peak of the bottom, from the bottom of the framing will be 12 foot 6 inches. So given that, staff is recommending approval. The storage shed coordinates with the material and finishes of the primary building. So it's important to note this is a vinyl siding. There's vinyl siding on this house, but they are doing wood siding to match that vinyl, look like that vinyl siding. And we'll go through, see the drawings here in a minute. The perceived character of the building or neighborhood is not adversely affected since the shed is not visible from the street. So back to our map, here you can see Lindley Park, the new phase right here. This is an old aerial, but you can see phase 1 of Lindley Park back here. This is the peanut circle is going to be right here. The site is right here. It sits up on a hill, as we'll see in a minute, and that shed would be located back here, again, as we'll see in a site sketch. So again, showing that elevation of the house up above the street. And this is the proposed shed. Again, it is stick built. It's not something they're pulling in. And this is a site plan, a dimension site plan. So you've got the drive coming in here, the existing house, and then that shed is sitting back here just off that concrete pad and the driveway. Again, staff is recommending approval. Are there any questions of staff? It is important to note the applicant is present if you have any questions of them.
Any questions or comments on this?
I appreciate you answering the questions, and I appreciate you using the materials to match the house. That's very helpful, so I appreciate that.
I do have one question. The window, it says it's a slider, so it slides from one side to the other? Up and down, so it's like a single hung or double hung window? Okay, that's perfect. Do I have a motion? Do I hear a motion? Motion from Amanda to approve. A second from Mary Lou. Any additional comments or questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried unanimously. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So moving right along, BAR 2537, this is under new business. This is 111 Anderson Avenue. So you can see North Main Street here, and Anderson Avenue runs here. Off to the left-hand side, you can see again what is Phase 2 of Lindley Park. Everybody have an idea of where this site is? The street? Great. So the applicant is seeking approval of the addition of decks to the back of the house. One of the decks will be a replacement of an existing. The proposed deck and stairs are to be constructed of pine using 6x6 posts for the support and 6-inch deck boards for the decking. The railing will be pine 4x4s with wood 1x1 slats. The deck will be constructed to meet all current code requirements. Let's look at some pictures. So this is the house, and you can see the handicap ramp or deck on the adjacent building. This is the opposite side, the right side of the house. It is in the process of being made into a duplex. I don't know. I thought it was a duplex, given the two front doors, but maybe they're just remodeling it. But here in the back is where the stairs, these are going to be replaced with a new landing and steps, and then there's going to be an exit out here for the second, for the other side of the duplex. Some architectural plans, again, you can see that deck and stairs that are being replaced. It's more like a stoop and stairs, and again, stoop and stairs here. That's what it'll look like on the back of the building. And it's about 105 foot from the bottom step to the back property line, which is significant and good to know. Okay. The proposed detail, material, finishes, and colors comply with the design guide. The proposed materials are consistent with the existing materials and finishes currently on the building. The proposed changes will not adversely affect the perceived character of the building or neighborhood. Staff recommends approval as submitted.
Questions or comments? Basically, they're replacing one for one, but adding vertical spindles on the railing.
And yes, basically, but the reason it's before you because they are adding that second one. It's an addition. I mean, if they had just come with this one to replace and repair that one, staff would have handled it at the staff level, but this is a change to the exterior of the building, so it triggered your all's review.
It'll be basically the same dimensions as the one to the other side, to the left side of the building.
Yes, that's my understanding. There were dimensions. Yeah, there it is dimensioned.
No further discussion?
So everything will be painted white, post, pickets, everything?
That is my understanding.
Okay.
Do you need that? If you think, if I could make a suggestion, if that's important to you, then let's make it, clarify it and put it as a condition.
Okay.
Any other remarks or questions? Do you
And
wanna-
there's not a roof covering the new stair, is there?
I did not see that, so the answer is,
It doesn't show up in that
It doesn't show
elevation,
up. which, if that's, well, yes, it doesn't show up.
no. Okay.
Looks like about a 3-foot overhang. the
And
roof-
maybe, I wonder if they're removing the roof over the existing door, the awning.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought that's what you were talking about. It's my,
Well,
based
both-
on the plans, I thought they were removing that.
Okay, okay.
Any other questions?
They do have the white, 7,005 Sherwin-Williams white, it's in here.
Okay. I appreciate the owner getting drawings done. That's very helpful.
Do we have a motion to approve as submitted?
I'll make a motion to approve with the condition that all new materials will be painted the white color.
Okay,
The pickets, but the stairs, they would not paint
Oh, I
white.
guess that's a good point.
that's a good point. So the railings and the spindles would need to be painted white?
I mean, they could paint the stairs if they wanted to, but the stairs would be okay
They
painted
could
or
be-
not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I guess my motion would be to approve as submitted with the condition that everything be painted the white color, except for the stair treads that could be left the natural wood color if the owner decides to
And
do
the
that.
porch, if I recall, when I read over it, I think,
Mhm.
isn't the porch going to stay gray or something like, is there a picture of the front of the house?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
a, it's a
wood.
dark gray, it's wood.
Okay,
So I guess the deck boards and the treads could remain
yeah,
unpainted.
Okay, so we have a motion
Um,
To-
I'm sorry.
require white paint, railings and spindles. They are able to either paint or leave natural, the stair treads
Mhm. And the deck boards.
and the deck boards. Do we have a second?
Mr. Chairman, if I could,
Yes.
so it was brought up, the back, that roof over the stoop.
Mhm.
Is that, is that something that you all would like removed, or do you think that's appropriate to remain, or? Again, it looks like from the plans that it's being removed, but I can't confirm that, and the applicant's not here. You're not the applicant, okay.
well, structurally, right now, it's, and I don't know, it has the metal
Mhm.
columns. You think it would hold up if they took the metal columns away?
No,
So, obviously, it's going.
but I mean, they
See,
could
remember-
replace the metal columns after they, or support it while they construct the new stair and then put the columns back if they wanted to.
Well, I don't,
It's about the
it didn't
roof.
show any columns on the drawing, I don't think.
Right, so I mean, either way,
Okay,
either return it to its original state or remove it.
If they would like, what do you all think about if they want to replace those metal support posts and those metal railings with wood railings and spindles to match the staircase?
From the drawing, it looks like they're doing away with that.
Yeah.
Looks like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's even a
And-
question.
Yeah, so then,
so maybe it's just approved as submitted,
Right.
and then that,
Yeah.
we know that that's going away,
Yeah.
okay,
okay?
Yep.
And the
Mhm.
only thing is,
paint,
wording, painting the spindles, but the wood, steps and the wood porch, I guess you're gonna leave it on the front. Looks like it was in good condition. We don't have to tell them they have to paint that white.
No.
It could be,
The front porch, it could
Oh.
stay.
So what I've got is deck and tread, can be painted or remain unpainted.
Mhm.
And then that the deck, or, I'm sorry, the rails handrails and the pickets need to be painted white
And the posts.
and post.
Okay, so we have a second? Second from Amanda. Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried unanimously. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Board, moving right along. BAR 2538, it's this 417 Central Avenue. This is a two-part approval. The first part, the applicant requests approval to repaint the entire exterior of the house and carport. There are some physical color samples on the dais, if you don't mind circulating them.
You've seen.
The proposed colors are from the historical palette of Benjamin Moore, and they highlight the brick, they were selected to highlight the brick color on the porch columns and accentuate the house's wide trim and stylized eaves. So I'm going to run down what the color scheme of the house. Again, this is in the staff report. House and carport body are going to be Benjamin Moore Custis salmon. House and carport trim are going to be Benjamin Moore Ludwell white. And the ceiling on the porch and the carport will be Benjamin Moore Ludwell white. The doors would be Benjamin Moore Newburgh green. The porch will be Benjamin Moore Van Buren brown. And the current painted foundation brick and brick steps will be the white. And currently unpainted brick will remain natural and not be painted. Okay, so we'll look at those. We'll look at the house in just a minute. The second part of this application is a request to replace the current steel door. So it's important to note that this is a steel door and it's not original to the house. The applicant has looked in the neighborhood and they think the door they've selected fits in with the neighborhood, the other doors in the neighborhood. And we'll look at that in a minute too. So staff recommends approval. The color scheme complies with the design guide. The changes with the door do not adversely affect the perceived character of the building or the neighborhood. So again, the site is outlined in red. You can see Central Avenue running diagonal. You can see the glimpse of phase 1 of Lindley Park in the upper right-hand corner. Everybody know where we are? Anybody
Yes.
not? Speak now.
It's in my front yard.
So the house in the middle is the house that's up for your review today. And again, that's what it looks like, a close-up. This is the left-hand side where the porch is. The right-hand side, that's the existing carport in the back. Again, another view of the back of the house. And a picture of the door. That's the front door. And they're proposing this door. The door changes for security purposes. If you read in their narrative. And this is the color scheme. So this is not their house, but it's a mock-up of what it would look like with that color scheme. And there it is. Again, those physical colors are on the dais. And that's a mock-up of what the house would look like. Again, staff is recommending approval. The applicant is present if you have any questions, or staff is happy to answer as many as they can.
Let's talk about colors first, if you don't mind. What do you all think about the colors? How do they fit into the neighborhood?
I think so. I think it's gonna be I live on the street. I think it's gonna be a nice pop to the neighborhood. I've looked at other houses of that style that have this color. And I think it's gonna be an attractive look for the
Any other comments on the colors? Okay, let's talk about the door. They're going from a 15 light door to one that's got glass just up in the top for security reasons. Anybody have any issues with that?
There are others in the neighborhood, that one on our house is similar. It's an old one, but it's very similar.
Any other comments on this or questions?
It'll have colored stained glass in the,
Is that color the same way?
So it's,
Looks like it has some opaque paint, yeah. Okay.
but it's all one color.
Yeah, I think there's a picture, I don't know, of the door that's not a drawing.
No,
No,
no.
back on that
Go
same
back to the other one.
page.
up in your key, back up one. In the key over here, in the gallery,
And
Over here?
there's one colored picture there, and it looks like the door,
Yeah, right there.
yes. Is it possible to make that larger?
That's a screenshot.
No, man, sorry.
screenshot.
No, okay.
Yeah.
It's just a PDF.
Okay, so,
So-
but this is, it's just different types of opaque and, but it's not colored.
Is the mullions for the glass, is it leaded by any chance, or is it metal or wood? The separators for the glass? It is leaded. That's great. Yes. Any other questions or comments? Do we have a motion to approve as submitted? Motion from Mary Lou, second from Billy. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried unanimously. Congratulations. It's
Thank
gonna
you.
look great.
Okay. Moving, I know where you live, right? Moving right along, I told you we'd come back to Main Street. So this is BAR 2539. Again, Main Street is diagonally through the middle of your screen. We just looked at this one earlier. We're moving down to the other end to this square right here. Again, the historic courthouse is here, Wren Park is here, and this building is located right in here, just a couple of doors down from the Blue Ridge Station in Maki. Okay? Everybody know where we are?
Mhm.
Great. The applicant, this application is for a new wall sign. The applicant is proposing an aluminum composite panel that will replace the existing sign on the storefront. So aluminum composite is just a thin piece of metal, just to be clear. The proposed sign is 7 foot by 33 inches, and it's slightly smaller than the existing sign. So the idea is that this sign will go right back where the existing sign is. Now, staff recommends approval with the condition that any exposed wall be repaired and finished to match the rest of the wall, just so that there's not an outline, whatever. And this is the proposed sign here at the top that's going in. They've added at staff's request, they added this border around it. And this is the building it's going to go in, and that sign sits right in there. So again, it's just gonna pop it in right where the old sign was. Again, staff is recommending approval with that one condition, that any newly exposed wall be repaired to match the rest of the wall, and they're recommending approval based on that condition.
Any questions or comments on this? put that into, if we put, doing a motion, do I hear a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve
With that stipulation?
with that stipulation.
With the, oh.
To-
Are you asking
To repair-
what it is?
What is it again?
With
To
the
repair the
condition
wall
that, with
behind
the
it, so there's
condition
not
that
a
the
color
newly
difference.
exposed wall be repaired to
Yes.
match the
Yes.
rest. of
Do
the
we have
wall.
a second? Second
Yes, that
from
way.
Gia, second from Gia. Any other questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried unanimously with that one stipulation.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Chair and Board. And I believe we are at the last one. So BAR 2541, it's 1404 North Boulevard. It's Central Presbyterian. So the applicant is requesting approval for the addition of an exterior gutter system to replace the hidden gutters that no longer work and are leading to water damage in the structure, and we'll see a picture of that. The new gutters would match the existing gutters on other buildings on the campus. All trim, molding, soffit, and fascia will remain the same style as previous, so the profile is not going to change. And the downspouts are in the same location as the existing downspouts for the hidden gutter system. So the proposed gutter addition complies with the design guide. The trim, molding, and fascia dimensions will be consistent with the original. The proposed changes will not adversely affect the perceived character of the building or neighborhood. Based on that, staff is recommending approval as submitted. The applicant is present if you have any questions. But the site is outlined in red here. You can see Boulevard running diagonally, sort of through the middle of the screen, with Fant Street off to the far left. Important to note, Cater Lake Park is right here, that's currently under renovation. Everybody know where we are?
Mhm.
Great. So this is the damage that they are trying to repair and prevent any further damage to the building. So this is a work in progress. The contractor is already out on site, and this was added to the agenda to keep that job moving forward. So this is the gutter, a new gutter that has been added, so you can see what it looks like. That's the good part. You can see what it looks like on the building. Again, there's the new gutter. And the downspouts are in the location of the old gutter downspouts. Again, you can see what it looks like. And there's the repair work being done. So this is this is the new gutter right here, and you can see where that will be added to what's there, and again, you have a side-by-side comparison, but none of the dental work is being altered. This is where I think the gutter is actually added here. Yeah, I see it. This is where that soffit and fascia has been repaired, but they will be adding the gutter here. It hasn't been added yet. Again, hasn't been added yet in this section. Now, these are just some of the other buildings. The following slides are other buildings on the campus that have a similar gutter system. And that concludes staff's presentation. Again, staff is recommending approval as submitted.
Okay. Hidden or internal gutters are great, but they are a maintenance nightmare. And the K-style gutters, external, look good. They theme in with most of the other buildings right around the same area. Does anybody have any comments or questions on these, or suggestions? Do we have a motion to approve as submitted? Motion from Amanda, second from Gia. Any other discussion on this? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried unanimously.
Thank you.
And what time is it? You were right, Mr. Chairman.
6:05.
I don't have anything else for y'all. We ran through it pretty quick. I hope everybody didn't get dizzy.
That was good.
Good.
Any business from the board? Anything you wish to discuss? Do I hear a motion to adjourn? Motion from Mary Lou,
Second.